now we're going to use right rectangles, R4. So I'm going to divide from 1 to 5. So I take 5 minus 1 is 4, and divided by 4 gives me this width here, which is 1. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 4 rectangles of width 1. And the height this time on the subinterval from 1 to 2, before we took the left-hand endpoint. Now we're going to take the right-hand endpoint. Now watch this. I'm going to come up here and take the right-hand endpoint. And that, you see, it's going to be a little higher than the curve. Then I come to this one, and I take the right-hand endpoint from 2 to 3. And that makes my second rectangle. Then the third one, from 3 to 4, take the right-hand endpoint, go up to the curve, draw this rectangle, and then the last one, I take the right-hand endpoint on the subinterval, and I get that rectangle. So I am getting 4 rectangles as was planned, and notice that we're going to get different areas compared to the left-hand endpoints. This is my A1, this is A2, A3, and A4. And each of these have width of 1. The height, however, is as high as the right endpoint. So this one's f of 2, this one's f of 3, this one has a height of f of 4, and this one has a height of f of 5. Now, let's calculate. I'm turning this over. Right triangles. My right triangle width, you can use delta x as b minus a over n, because sometimes you're going to do 10 rectangles. Well, you won't, but one could. So 5 minus 1, 4, and that's why I'm getting this width of 1. Now it says these are the 4 subintervals, just like the left rectangle. I put triangles. These should be rectangles. Did I do that on the other side? My goodness. I did rectangle. These words are too similar, except for one's a 3-sided and one's a 4-sided. Anyways, we have the same width, and on this subinterval, the right-hand endpoint was 2, so f of 2. Now my areas are going to be a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4. So those are my 4 areas. But this time, if I take the width times the height, the width is 1 in each case, but the height is different because we use the right-hand endpoint. F of 2 is 2. F of 3 is, I think, 3.25. Yep. F of 4 is 5, and F of 5 is 7.25. So let's add these up. I get 2 plus 3.25 plus 5 plus 7.25, giving me 17.5. And is this an overestimate or an underestimate? And you can tell that it's an overestimate because if you look at this, we're looking for this area up to the curve, and this is more than the curve, the area under the curve. So we say it's an overestimate. As a matter of fact, we can say that the true area is between 17.5 and 11.5, as that was the one we got with the left endpoints, and this one's the right endpoint. So we know that the true area is some place in between. And this was how area was calculated once upon a time. It was trying to get the exact or the true area under the curve. So I'm going to come back and look at some more of this.